Successfully selling a home takes a plan, so let's talk about a 9-step plan that you can put in place right now to make sure that you're going to be successful, whether it's a buyer's market, a seller's market, or a stabilized market. Let's get to it. My name is Andrew Finney, and my passion is helping you make sense of real estate. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line to say hello, my contact info is below. If you're new here, please go and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. All right, my friend, let's take a closer look at this and plan this out together. Getting all of these details right up front is going to be massively powerful. The first thing that you want to do is make a plan. Now, we know that everything in life with a good plan becomes what? Successful. And we want to ensure that you're successful. So why we're thinking about planning this out, there's 6 things that you want to consider. The first thing that you want to think about is, are you going to sell your home on your own, which is called a for sale by owner, or are you going to hire a trusted real estate advisor to represent your interest and help you get that home sold? The second thing you want to do is determine when you're going to list your house. The third thing is setting the price and how are you going to arrive at the price that you set for your home. The fourth thing is selecting what you're going to keep and what you're going to leave behind that's going to transfer to the new home buyers. The fifth thing is, are you going to do home staging? If so, are you going to go the route of a traditional home stager, work with your agent to stage your home, or do what's called virtual staging? And of course, the sixth thing that you're going to need to do is plan out your next move. Where are you going? If you're selling this home, do you have to sell this home to buy your next one, or can you buy your new one without having to sell this home first? Either way, it's time to plan out where you want to go next. The second step is knowing that timing is everything. When we consider when we're going to put your home on the market together, we also need to consider what is the best time of year to do it. Different states have different ways of looking at this. Some would say the best time might be in the winter months. Well, if you're in a snow-clad state, is that really the best time? It could be, and it could be kind of shocking. Sometimes the best wisdom is actually counterintuitive to conventional wisdom. The best way to know this for sure is to meet with a trusted real estate advisor in your area that can show you the metrics, show you the numbers, and dig deep with you for planning out the timing of the sale of your house. Doing so will ensure that you sell your home, and ideally for the best price possible. The third step is finding a trusted real estate advisor. Now, obviously a trusted real estate advisor is going to be able to help you plan out the timing, plan out the pricing, help you plan out the strategy at large of how to sell your home, the best time to sell your home, the cost associated with selling your home, and also help you prepare to move into your new place. To find a trusted real estate advisor, it's an extremely wise idea, and I ask you, please do yourself a favor on this one and Google that agent, check their ratings, check their reviews, and check their past sales performance. For more information about that, I'll put up a card right now about how to find a trusted real estate advisor and picking the right agent for you. The fourth step is setting a realistic price. Now, this might sound like, well, what do you mean, Andrew? I don't want to give my house away. I do want to sell the house. Okay, I'm open to negotiating a little bit. These are all really good things and completely understandable. No one's going to ask you to give your house away. They will share with you a realistic price. Now, I want you to consider this. Sometimes people have this thought process that if they list high, they're leaving room for negotiating. Here's the problem with that logic. When you're looking for a home right now, because you're planning out your next move, right? Are you looking at the homes that are overpriced, or are you looking at the homes that look like they're priced right or priced a little under the market? My guess is that you're probably looking at the ones that are priced correctly, and so are other serious buyers. Now, it's one thing to dream shop, and it's one thing just to take a look out of just being curious. Now, when it comes into being a serious home buyer and a serious thought process, you don't want to entertain too high of a price. You want to look for the homes that are priced right, that are a fair market value, or even slightly less if that's the case. So plan out and set a realistic price for your home, working with your trusted real estate advisor up front. What that will do is it will actually cause your home to sell faster and probably for the higher of the prices. The people that end up pricing too high to begin with actually chase the market down to find the market value of the home that a buyer is willing to pay. When they do that, they're normally accepting less at the end of the day, and it took longer to achieve the result that they wanted. Think about what's most important to you and get clear on why you're selling your house. Here's 6 pro tips that you can use right now to plan out your pricing strategy. The first one is definitely consider pricing at fair market value. The second is consider pricing your home between 1% and 3% less than fair market value, because this is going to help you actually probably get fair market value. And if you're scratching your head right now wondering, well, how's that work if I price under the market? How am I actually going to hit my fair market value number? It's a great question, and I'm glad that you thought it. So what happens is if that home is so attractive, your home is so attractive to a buyer, what's going to happen? More than likely, you're going to have a lot of showings. If you have a lot of showings, showings and there's a lot of interest in your home, it should translate and usually will translate to offers on your house. If you have more than one offer on your house, this is what we call a bidding war. This is a multiple offer situation where the strongest terms that are most favorable to you, the seller, win at the end of the day. The second thing is if you have a custom property or a semi-custom property where there's not a lot of comparables around it, it can be a little bit difficult to determine fair market value. So one of the best things that you could do is probably contact an independent appraiser to come out, assess and appraise your property and give that information to your trusted real estate advisor. What you guys can do together is then upsell the fact that you have an appraisal on the property, and especially if you choose a price slightly less, letting a buyer know that there's an appraised value that's a little bit higher is going to make your home more attractive. After all, who doesn't want a deal? The third pro tip is pricing your home 2 to 3% under the market value. Talk to your trusted real estate advisor to see how this plays out in practice in your local area, if it's a wise decision or if you should be a little bit closer to the fair market value to begin with. The fourth pro tip is if you're in a seller's market, you're going to probably be able to set it at fair market value, generate a multiple bid, and still get more money for your home. Now, the fifth pro tip is if you're in a buyer's market, what's going to happen? You as a seller are going to need to be prepared to offer the buyer concessions because there's not enough qualified buyers in the market. One of those concessions could possibly be offering the buyer to pay their buyer closing costs. It's a very popular option for a lot of buyers out there, and if you're in a buyer's market, it's something you might want to consider and calculate for. The sixth one is if you're in a stabilized market, then you need to be prepared to negotiate. More than likely, you're going to have a haggle here, and somewhere in the middle is a deal. So be prepared to negotiate in the stabilized market. The fifth step is looking at your house with buyer's eyes. It's important to look at your home like you had never lived there before. What is a buyer going to see the moment they drive up to your property from your curb appeal? What is their perception going to be of the home maintenance as they walk up to the front door? The third thing to really think about there with buyer eyes are what are they going to look at and what are they going to smell when they enter your home? Smell has a very important trigger factor for home buyers. And no, it's not the food smell that's going to win. If you make people hungry, they're not going to look at your home. They're going to leave your home without looking at it. So please avoid food smells and appealing smells like that. Put citrus into your home. If you put citrus scents or you put light scents, clean scents into your home, it focuses our minds as people. It's a little bit of a psychology thing there to keep people engaged and keep people focused on your home. Make sure that it's not decluttered. Depersonalize your home and ensure that if it was a home that was on the market and it wasn't already yours, ask yourself, would you buy this home and how much would you be willing to pay? The sixth step is to prepare for visitors. It's extremely important to realize that your home is about to be opened up. It's going to feel like a revolving door, a turning around of a hotel door going in and out, right? Fortunately, they're hopefully not staying over for the night like a hotel, but you will still have that foot traffic coming through. So there's steps that you're going to want to take to be able to keep your house clean, to keep it show ready at all times, and to be able to have an exit plan as soon as you have a showing. It is most ideal that you leave the house whenever the buyer is there. So you need to have an exit plan in place if you have kids, if you have animals, whatever the case may be. A quick routine where you go in, you clean, you spray some smell good in the air or whatever the case may be for you, and you make it happen and you get out for the showings. Be prepared for that because it could be an onslaught if you've done everything right with your home attracting a lot of qualified buyers. The seventh step is attracting interest in your home. Now you might be wondering, well, how am I going to do that? If you're doing everything that your trusted real estate advisor is sharing with you that you should do, and you guys are working together as a team, a partnership, because that's what it really is, and you're working together to make sure your home is staged, that it looks right, it smells right, it's decluttered, it's depersonalized, well, prepare for some success and get ready to attract even more. A great trusted real estate advisor is going to be up on the latest technology. They're going to be able to make it happen a variety of different ways. A great agent will pick up the phone and call all your neighbors and see if there's anyone that's interested in moving into the community. Let's face it, there's a lot of people that would love to live in the same community as their own family members. The next thing that they can do is go door knock. By door knocking around the area, they can also generate further interest. The third thing, and here's where we start getting a lot more tech savvy, let's leverage our social media accounts. Let's leverage our contacts with other brokers. Let's leverage our contacts with other agents. Let's make videos kind of like what you're looking at right now, and let's put it out on Facebook. Let's Snapchat that. Let's Instagram that, and let's get your house exposed. There's so many different things that we can do, from the write-up to the marketing of your property, to expose your home to as many possible buyers, to attract the qualified buyers into your home. Make sure that you're reviewing your marketing plan of action with your trusted real estate advisor moving forward so you understand what's going on, and make sure you're tracking those results. The eighth step is setting your priorities. You want to be very clear on the reasons why you're selling your home. Now, this is often overlooked, and it's one of the most important things to get clear is, why are you selling your home? Where is it that you're going? And why is this important to you? Is it to get the most money for your property? If so, why? Or is it a situation where you have a job or relocation opportunity to get a promotion and you need to close quickly, or you need to close at a certain time frame and you need to work through that process? Every seller has a different motivation behind it. Be clear on your motivations, think it out, write down what's most important to you, and it'll help you through your home selling journey. The ninth step is considering what's next. Now, when we're talking about considering what's next, what are we looking at here? Obviously, if you're selling your home, you need to move to a new place. Is it going to be a rental? Are you buying a new home? Are you moving out of state? These are all questions, again, that are extremely wise to write down and answer before you go on the market. If you're going to buy your new home, then we need to help you get with a local loan officer to get your loan pre-approval done before we go on the market. We should be having conversations about the contingencies in place and whether we're going to be helping you buy your new home at the same time that you're listing your home, or if we're going to wait to help you get in contract on the home that you're selling before going into contract on the home that you're buying, or if you have the benefit of being able to buy first and sell later. Every situation that I just mentioned has a different tactic and a different flow. I've made other videos about those specific types of situations if you want to go back and consider the selling and moving process at the same time. Now, if that's something that's important to you, obviously you want to have that conversation with your trusted real estate advisor. Make sure that you plan this out and put all your ducks in a row so you'll be ready to embrace your success. So now that you have 9 really good steps that you can begin your planning process with and start discussing these options with your trusted real estate advisor, let's talk about 7 ways to attract home buyers to your home and 4 things not to do when listing your house. Looking forward to our next conversation. See you in a few.